Belly Farm has been operating here in the Cape May Valley for about 36 years. We came to this 100-acre piece of ground here, just about the time when we were pregnant with our first child, and he's now running a kitchen here at the farm. We've been here in that time for a number of years. We rented the ground, and then the owner decided he wanted to sell it. He sold it to us, and when we did so, we formed a partnership. So Full Belly is actually a partnership of, at this point, 6 people: my wife and myself, a gal named Judith Redmond, Andrew Brait, and now my son Ammon and his wife have joined this partnership. It's a business that's been established here on this farm, taking its roots deeper and deeper for about 36 years. I come from an extended family that's been in farming for a number of years. My brothers still farm near Woodland, Frank and Tom. I have a nephew in the valley here who farms, the son of Joe. But in terms of this farm, I have 4 children. Drew and I have 4 children. And our children, Hallie, Ammon, Rye, and Hannah, have been involved with the farm. Hallie's currently teaching school down in Hollister area. But the rest of my kids, Hannah is doing flowers, and so she's got a floral business that's associated with the farm. My son Rye is my kind of roustabout, do it all kind of guy around here, where he's a qualified mechanic, and he does electrician's work, and he's taking care of chickens, running the livestock on the farm, but he does just about everything. And my son Ammon and his wife Jenna are involved in what we call the Full Belly Kitchen. And until this year, in the COVID-19 issue, the kitchen was doing all sorts of things. Prepared foods, they're finishing products here from the farm. So they're doing everything right now from pizza dough and pasta to jams and jellies as our fruit goes through its seasons. And they were also doing weddings and events here at the farm. People would come to the farm for pizza nights on Friday night. We'd have Saturday night dinners, farm dinners, where people would be able to come and get a farm tour and choose what we choose from the farm that's in season. And then they were also doing catering. So their business is adding value to the things that we're producing here on the farm. So all my kids we're very fortunate. They found creative ways to be attached to the farm and not necessarily work as the crazy hours that Drew and I have worked in getting this farm established. So Full Belly has been selling to restaurants since the inception. One of our first accounts was a crazy woman from Berkeley named Alice Waters, who was looking for organic producers. And we, at that point, were starting a farm down in the Woodland area. And Alice Waters was trying to find any farm that she could find producing organic fruits and vegetables for her restaurant called Chez Panisse. That was nearly 40 years ago. We've since that time had strong relationships with restaurants in the Bay Area and the Sacramento area, and a kind of great partnership where they know our farm, they know what we're producing, they know our quality. We have direct conversations with them. We love to go to their establishment and see what they're doing with our food. These restaurants have been an integral part of what we sell here at the farm. The COVID-19 thing has really changed the way so many people are doing business. The great restaurants we serve, like Waterboy and Mulvaney's, Chez Panisse, Oliveto, Zuni, Quince, restaurants in the Bay Area, have all basically seen their dine-in service ended, and they've had to adapt where it's mostly all takeout at this point. It took a while to make that adjustment. It took a while for them to get on their feet, and frankly, there are a number of restaurants who've told me that they may not get back in the business once this all kind of clears itself up. Some of the restaurants that are our favorite restaurants cater to a clientele that may be a little bit older, and it appears that some of the older clientele are not as comfortable going out to eat. So it's been a time when the restaurants here in the early part and middle part of 2020 have very much had to be flexible and adapt and be creative about how they serve their customer base. It's really something that I think we all need to think about, because they're all part of our food shed. It's like a watershed. We can have a food shed, people who not only grow their food and source it from places they they know using as much healthy energy and local labor as they can, multiplying value here, send that to restaurants who prepare it and do wonderful things with it. They're part of our food economy here, and so during this time of COVID-19, it's probably a good thing to do to take out a meal every now and then from some of these great restaurants who've served us for so many years. And I think it was probably more than 25 years ago when the Old Land Trust was founded. It was founded by Rich Rominger and a number of farmers who got together and realized that there were immense pressures on farmland to be converted to housing, and the growth of urbanization was consuming something like 50,000 acres a year in California. That trajectory seemed unsustainable. There were these same farmers really understood the fact that Yolo County has home to some of the best ag ground in the world, with one of the most benign climate. It's a perfect place for growing food for populations that are growing in urban areas. So the Yolo Land Trust was, from its inception, something that was looking very clearly at creating tools to allow landowners other options other than selling their land for development. The community basically was supporting an institution that creates the mechanisms for taking the rights for development, holding that as a community asset in trust, compensating the landowner in free exchange, and then having permanent easements established on some of that land so it won't be developed, it remains farmland. That seemed to me a pretty sensible